Don't be queasy. Make your bet. Winning is easy on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us at home. Come on down and join us in the studio sometime. Thank you. And, yeah, make your bet. Winning is easy. Well, it sure has been for our current champion. We'll tell you how much he's won in just a few moments. Right now, we thank Mike Connolly from Lansing, Michigan for that opening poem. Thank you, Mike. Now let's get to the cards. Janice and Bettina, if you will, load in the cards. And you can see we have a game in progress with these Card Sharks. Jeff Wine, our champion.
How you doing, Jim?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you, too.
Our theater manager. You said you're going to get married. How long before you're getting married?
We got to set a date.
Oh, you haven't set the date yet?
Yes, Proposition 13 held us back.
Oh, yes?
Yes.
Why is that?
Well, she had to find a job.
Got a little cut back there. I don't think she needs the money quite as much now because we were just alluding to that a moment there. Jeff has won $27,000 in cash on Card Sharks. You're a good champion.
Thank you.
Our challenger is Carol Phillips. Hello, Carol. Nice to see you again.
Fine, thank you.
And you are getting married soon as well.
Yes.
Have you set a date?
Yes, hopefully. Well, it's a tentative date, but hopefully New Year's Eve.
Good. Oh, isn't that nice? And you're bringing 6...
That way he can't forget the anniversary, right?
Good thinking. And you're bringing 6 children between you, right?
Yes, I have 3 and he has 3. So we have a house full.
Good luck in the marriage. Good luck to both of you here in the game. You're nice people. Each of you have a deck of 52 playing cards. They're shuffled. Players cut them before we go on the air. Jeff, the champion, plays the upper cards, the red cards. Carol, the challenger, the lower cards, the blue cards. And as you can see, as we left off, Jeff needs 4 cards. Carol needs just 1 to win the first game of the best 2 out of 3 match. Before you can begin calling high-low on the cards, you must win a high-low toss-up question. Carol, as we left off, the question is going to you.
Okay.
And Carol, we asked 100 single women. Have you ever said no to a man when you really meant yes? How many women said they had?
Oh, definitely. That's happened many times. You know, the mother's old warnings about beware, but inside you want to say yes, but you have to say no. I'm going to say 63.
63 said no when they really meant yes, Jeff.
Oh, no. Guys don't know what no means. You know, no means yes to them. I think it's higher.
Higher than that. Well, the actual number of single women who have said no to a man when they really meant yes is 67. It's higher, Jeff. You go to the board first.
Let's do it, Jim.
Jeff, we left off with a jack as your base card. Whenever you win the question, you have the right to change it. Do you want to play that jack or change it?
No, I'll play it, Jim. I'll play it. Let's go lower. Lower.
Lower than a jack.
All
yes,
right.
with a 3.
Good card. We're on the roll. Higher.
Higher than a 3. It is a 9. Remember, you can freeze at any time. You'll freeze. Jeff needs 2 cards. Carol needs 1, and the question goes to you, Jeff. Our man on the street stopped 100 people on Broadway in New York City and asked them how old they were. How many of those people refused to tell him how old they were?
Oh, I would tell my age. I think most everybody would. I think it's high. I say 95.
No, 95. How many refused to tell him?
Refused to tell him? 5 refused to tell him. 5
refused to tell him how old they were, Carol.
People are very sensitive about their ages. I don't care whether they're male or female. The vanity is there, and I'm going to say it's higher.
Higher than that?
Yes.
The actual number of people who refused to tell our man on the street how old they were is 81. Yes, it's very much higher. Carol.
All right.
Sure, Jeff. You're 23. It's easy for you to say.
That's true.
Carol, you've got an 8. Do you want to play it?
No way. I don't like those 8s.
A big change, needing just 1 card. It is a 7. Little better.
I'm afraid that's not much help, but I'm going to have to say higher.
If this is higher, you've got the first game in the match, Carol. And, no, it's another 7. It is not higher. And, Jeff, that gives you a chance to play off the 9 and call this.
Lower, Jim, lower.
Lower than a 9. Yes, a 3.
Higher, Jim. Higher, Jim.
Higher than a 3 for the win. He did it for the 4. Jeff pulls it out again. Game 1 to the champion and $100. We'll set up for game 2 coming up right after this commercial message. I thought you had it, Joe.
I thought so, too.
There are bodies running off the stage right here. I don't understand. We'll set up for game 2 here. And, Carol, you need this game. Those are the same 2 decks of cards. Carol, we asked 100 women who support the women's liberation movement. Have you ever asked a man for a date? How many feminists said they had asked a man out for a date?
Oh, my goodness. I am not a women's liber. Oh, boy. It's becoming more and more popular. I understand that. And with, my son gets phone calls from girls all the time. I'm going to say it's pretty, I'll say maybe 43.
43 have asked a man out for a date, Jeff.
That's higher than that, Jim. It's higher.
Yes? That's
Yes.
more common.
Yes.
The actual number of feminists who've asked a man out for a date is 76. It is much more common, Jeff. Wow. Jeff, your base card is a king.
Like that cowboy, Jim. Lower on that
Lower than a
cowboy.
king. A 5.
Card. Higher, Jim.
Higher than a 5. It is an 8.
I'll freeze, Jim.
Raising
I'll
it.
freeze.
Jeff needs 2 cards to get back up to the money cards. Jeff, we asked 100 expectant fathers. These are all men whose wives are at least 6 months pregnant. Have you had any morning sickness? How many expectant fathers said they had morning sickness?
Oh, I think some of them have, but I wouldn't think it's that high. I'll say about 30.
30 have had morning sickness, Carol.
There are a few who have the little sympathy pains, but I'm going to say that it's lower.
You say lower than that. I always had a sore back. You say lower, Carol.
Yes.
The actual number of expectant fathers who empathize with their wives and had morning sickness is 9. Very much lower, Carol.
All right.
Yes. Carol, your base card, a 5. Do you want it
I'm going to stay with the 5 and say the next card is higher.
higher than a 5? Yes, a jack.
I'm going to go on and say the next card is lower.
Lower than a jack? It is a 9.
I'm going to freeze, Jim.
Freezing it. Move the freeze bar over. We've got a tie. Each player needs 2 cards for the win. Carol needs this game. Carol, we asked 100 people. Even when you've done nothing wrong, do you still feel nervous when you see a policeman? How many people do feel nervous when they see a policeman?
Oh, definitely. If I'm driving along the freeway and I see one in my rearview mirror, automatically I slow down to 45 instead of 55. I think that's just a natural reaction. I'm going to say 73 people.
73 people feel nervous when they see a policeman, Jeff.
No, I'm a very nervous person. I've almost had an accident seeing a policeman. I think it's higher.
Higher than
Higher.
that. The actual number of people who feel nervous when they see a policeman is 52, not higher, Carol. It's a little more than 50, though. Carol, you've got a 9. Do you want it?
No, I think I'd like to change
This
it.
could be a big change, Carol. You get
Please.
a 3.
I'll run. The next card has got to be higher.
Higher than a 3. Oh, no, a 2. And a break for Jeff to play off an 8 and call this.
Higher, Jim.
Higher than an 8. Yes, a king.
That cowboy looks awful good. It's got to be
If
low.
this is lower, Jeff goes back to the money cards for the win. He did it again. He's unbelievable, yeah. He finds ways to win. Carol, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. I
Here's some
enjoyed it.
nice party gifts. Good luck in the marriage, Carol.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us. Carol Phillips, come on down here. Believe it, you're doing it so often. Jeff Wine is going to try to add to his over $27,000 right after we take time out for this. Back with our champion who is doing beautifully, Jeff Wine. Are you going to do it again?
I certainly hope so, Jim.
You've had super cards. What did you say about me as a dealer in Las Vegas?
You get thrown out of the city in no time. You've given me the best cards.
I hope I can do it again. Step one up there. Let's open the board and get to the money cards, Jeff. And you won another $200 in that game. Yours to keep. We always give you new money to play with the money cards. Brand new deck of cards as well, all shuffled and cut. We'll give you $200 on the bottom level and 3 cards to play with. Move up to the second level, another $200 of betting money and 3 more cards. Minimum bets of $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet, where you must bet at least half the money. Jeff, keep up the good work. That's all I can say. Here's $200.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks.
As in the game, you have a choice of 2 base cards on the bottom level. Remember, when you move to the second level, again, you can change your base base card, and you can change it once again before you make the big bet. Right now, you're going to start with a 9. You can change it.
Toss it out, Jim. Let's toss it out.
Got to play this one. Next card off the top of the deck, and it is a 7. Ooh, that's the first time you've started off with a tough card, Jeff.
$50 and it's higher, Jim.
Taking the minimum bet, $50 higher than a 7. It is a king, and you bought a goodie. $250 and a king.
All of it, Jim. All of it that it's lower.
$250 lower than a king. Yes.
All right.
You double it to 500 with a 10.
Tough card. Tough card. $100 lower.
$100 lower than a 10.
Deuce.
A 3. Will you take that?
Great card.
Up goes the 3. We'll give you the other $200 of betting money. Jeff, you've got $800. Do you want the 3?
All of it. The whole bundle of wax. Higher. Do it, Jim.
$800.
Do it.
Higher than a 3.
All
yes.
right. All right.
$1,600 and a 9 now.
Tough card. Tough card. $200, it's lower. Not many low cards out there. It's got to be lower.
All right, $200 bet that this card is lower than a 9. It is another 3. $1,800 and a 3.
$1,800, Jim. $1,800 that it's higher.
All
Give it
of
to
again.
me. Let's see an ace. We could use it.
Higher than a 3 for an $1,800 bet. Oh, no! I thought that you could do no wrong, Jeff.
Oh, I didn't think so either.
That's the first time you have failed, but, well, I don't think you mind too much, though, do you? Come on down here, Jeff. I mean, one failure out of a Cup 4, right?
Yeah.
And $27,200, you can afford one once in a while. That was a tough. It was a good bet, though.
Oh, I thought so.
We'll meet a new challenger right after this. It's the first time the cards turned against you. 3 to 2.